Under this gold dome, people can overcome. People
Yeah.
like Brad Reubendale.
I mean, it's horrifying, and I think it's so toxic and so damaging for people.
Brad spent 5 years between these walls, testifying as a citizen in support of a bill that would ban conversion therapy for minors. It passed in 2019. On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court announced they would take up a case challenging that law. A Colorado counselor filed the lawsuit claiming the ban violates her free speech rights. Conversion therapy is a controversial and discredited practice that aims to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity through counseling. LGBTQ minors are often the targets of it. Brad says he endured it as an adult.
As somebody who made it out, I am always concerned for those that don't. I think every religious or conservative queer kid that I know gets to a point of questioning whether they should die.
In a 2019 Senate committee hearing, Brad made sure Colorado lawmakers knew that by telling his story.
Consequently, I fully believed that if I fell in love with a man, I would damage and harm him. And then I fell in love with a man. I decided to commit suicide to save this man from the damage that I would cause. I made a plan. I isolated myself. It was going to look like an accident. A day before my suicide, the darkness parted and an unbidden thought came to me. I began to weep and instantly knew I would survive. I would come out and lose everything but gain my own soul.
Brad survived, but he worries what may happen next if the work done under this dome is overturned.
It's horrifying to think about going back, and it terrifies me for LGBTQ youth.
It's important to point out the 2019 law did have some bipartisan support. A few Republicans in both chambers voted for it. The new case would be argued and decided in the court's next term, which starts in October and ends in June 2026. And I think it's also important to point out that this only banned mental health professionals. This said nothing about religious leaders. And we know a majority of people who get conversion therapy get it from religious leaders.